further ado, the year is 1755 and it's Carnival season in Venice. Time for the Masquerade Ball, a chance for rich and poor, old and young to come together, everyone equal for one night. But when everyone is hiding their identity, it can be hard to know who you're talking to. The question on everyone's lips is who's the figure in red? Seen conversing with several guests, but no one admits to knowing them. A glass smashes and the figure is found dead on the floor. Who were they and why did someone want them dead? It is your job to find out why.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome here tonight, this fine evening. They call me Dogberry, and I am the night watchman on here tonight. And I apologize for interrupting your party like this, but I'm afraid that there has, in fact, been a murder. The party guest, only known as the Red Cloak, was discovered here tonight on the terrace by the Master of Ceremonies. Now, as such a high-profile event as this, we want to avoid a scandal at all costs. So guess what? I would ask for your cooperation in this matter. We have looked discreetly into Red Cloak's past dealings, and I have dismissed the other guest with no connection to the victim. But guess what? Every single one of you here tonight is now, in fact, a suspect. The excitement is stirring. Everybody in this room can feel it. There's no doubt, in fact, this was a premeditated murder, folks. You were all seen conversing, in fact, with the Red Cloak, in a very unfriendly manner, might I add, and it is my job to find out why. If you have any secrets or anything that you might want to disclose that might help me find the case, I'm all going to give you the opportunity to speak your tongues. I have suggested now that you all just come clean about it. You should take a bit of time to all, in fact, introduce yourselves to one another. It's going to be a long night, folks. Don't leave anything out. I want to know all the tiddly bits and all the winkety boos that you all have to tell me here tonight so I can discover who, in fact, the murderer is. Let's get on with it. I want your cooperation. Let's solve this quietly, efficiently, and above all, quietly. Let's begin. Countess?
Oh, well, greetings, everyone. Welcome. This is my party, so all of you know me already. Well, my husband, he was the governor of Venice for 20 years, up until his death. God rest his soul. Now, I had hoped my son would run for office, but sadly, he is no longer with us either. Now I spend my time hosting parties and dinners and deciding who and what is in fashion and making sure the season goes as planned. That's right, I make the decisions around here. No one can even breathe without me knowing. You need my approval for anything, so it is best for you to stay on my good side. I did hear the cat talk to Red Cloak. He said, "Oh, I should have killed you for what you did to my family. That money was all we had."
Hi, my name is the cat. Well, I'm masquerading as the cat tonight. I'm little. I would like to be independent, but I realize I need other people to support me sometimes. I'm recently widowed, and being my husband's second wife means that his son from his first marriage gets everything, and I get nothing. Thankfully, my siblings are better people than he is, and they've been kind enough to take me and my children into their home. It's so nice to be out in society again. I'm hoping my eldest will soon be married. It would be good to see my children settled. That's all I really want out of life. Red Cloak was often seen at parties and theaters with the general's son. The general seemed like he liked Red Cloak, even promoting his work at times. But that stopped suddenly after the summer ball. I wonder what happened.
Greetings. I am the general, and tonight, well, as you can see, I am masquerading as the lion. I think that suits me quite well, to be honest. I'm powerful, influential, leader of the pack. I watch over the city and make sure the poor stay in their slums and don't venture up this end of town. We're not an equal society, you see. And anyone who thinks we can be, well, they're fools. We are the rich. We are the ruling class. That's how it's always been, and that is how it will always be. The Countess relies heavy on me to keep order. I was her husband's trusted advisor, and all the important decisions go through me as well as her. The fox was nothing but a farmer's son. But then suddenly what? He acquires all this wealth under what I would call very suspicious circumstances.
Oh boy. I'm masquerading as the fox tonight. They're smart and independent. They can survive in all sorts of conditions and can look after themselves, very much like myself. I've had to do that, you see. I grew up on a farm. My family was not rich at all, as the lion alluded to. My father worked very hard, and it barely kept us going. I decided when I was older, I'd make a fortune, and I did. And now I earn a decent living, and I've been able to support my family. But I'm still not accepted by these elite people. Listen, most people are bred to look for a gentleman, an heir to some large estate. They don't look twice at a humble farmer's son who made his fortunes with hard work, not simply through inheritance. Listen, I just want someone to share my life with. I don't think that's too much to ask for. I did see Red Cloak calling on the dragon's sister a lot last year, however, and I also saw her dancing with her at the winter ball, and then suddenly he stopped. The sister then was moved out of their other house outside of Venice, and after that, it makes me just wonder why.
Ah, yes. Good evening. I'm masquerading as the dragon here tonight. I believe that represents me quite well indeed, as I'm powerful, I'm influential, I'm protective, easy to spot, as you can see, but hard to catch. Now, rumor has it that I'm the most eligible bachelor in Venice, a title I'd rather not have, quite frankly. For you see, it means women of all classes seem to think they've got some chance with me. Now, truth is, I have yet to meet a woman who I think is worthy of my precious time, and I find desperate women who try to are particularly tiresome. You see, it takes something special to get my attention, and let's be frank, no one here has that. Now, the Bluebird announced her engagement to Red Cloak at the summer ball, but for some unknown reason, it was broken off shortly thereafter.
Hello, all. Tonight I'm masquerading, well, as the Bluebird. I love society and parties like this one. I love making new friends. I have a lot of friends from all walks of life. Father, the general, he disapproves of many of my friends, but I think it's so much fun to take someone who has nothing and make them better, like me. I'm a bit of a matchmaker myself for other people. However, I've yet to find love for myself. I was in love once, at least I thought I was, but it turns out he was only a rake, only interested in my family's money and fortune. I'm all right, though. I'm more cautious about who I give my heart to. I have a lot of expectations from my family, and not many people would be considered good enough for the either. So my options are so limited. I think that's why I focus on finding love for other people. It's a shame that I heard that the Sparrow paid Red Cloak to accompany her to a few dances because what, she couldn't get a date any other way?
Good evening. I'm Miss Plain, Jane Plain. Tonight I'm masquerading as a sparrow. They're little, common, not ugly, but not pretty either. And no one really pays much attention to them. That's kind of like me. I'm distant relation to the Countess. Through marriage, not blood though, so I have no claim to anything. My parents were poor and couldn't take care of me, but the Countess very kindly took me in. I work as a companion. I travel with her, read to her, and do whatever she asks me. I'm very grateful for all she's done, but now I just want somebody to marry and have a home of my own, because I want someone to love me. I need someone who needs me. I'm not looking for wealth or power, just something small, comfortable, and mine. I heard the Black Swan tell Red Cloak, you'll not get another penny from me until you find someone suitable. I don't know what that means.
Greetings. I'm masquerading as the Black Swan tonight. I'm grateful, elegant, and unlike anyone else you ever met. Sadly, I'm also the only one left from my family. I lost my both parents, and I have no brothers or sisters. It makes it hard to get by in this world, but I got good friends and I'm still young. It won't be long until I find a suitable husband and settle in this society I've grown accustomed to. I got my eye on the dragon, or maybe the stallion. Both are very eligible young men. Their families are a little bit hard to win over though, but I never failed to make someone love me before. I'm sure I can do it again. The dove was in love with Red Cloak. They were supposed to get engaged, but it never happened.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here because I don't get out very much. My brother, he's the dragon tonight. He's so overprotective of me. He's worried some lowlife will come and sweep me off my feet and steal my fortune. But tonight, I'm masquerading as the dove. That represents innocence, peace, and tranquility, and that fits me very well. My brother doesn't think that I'm old enough to be in society yet, but I'm already 18. I don't want to be an old maid, but I'm not allowed to choose my own life partner because they have to win my brother's approval first. And that's tough to do. So, Mouse, I heard your father was actually killed in a duel a few years ago. Word on the street was that it was actually against Red Cloak. Motive from murder, maybe?
Hello there. I'm masquerading as the mouse tonight. I don't like making a scene. I'm very quiet, and I just want to be left alone. My uncle, the general, or the lion, as he's dressed as tonight, controls everything I say and do. You see, my father went against the family and married my mother, who was poor. He lost all their money, then he died, leaving me with nothing. The general took pity on me and took me in. I don't want to do anything to anger him. I just want to find a good man who will take care of me. I don't seek money or power, just comfort. But the general is very strict. I'm not allowed to speak to just anyone. I hope this murder can be solved quickly and I won't have to talk. But I did see the weasel talking to Red Cloak, handed him a bag of what looked like gold, and hurried away.
This is a very unpleasant affair, I must say. But we will get together. We will make it through this. Will we not? The Countess is a wonderful woman. I'm honored to be in her presence. Red Cloak, unfortunately, brought this upon himself. When one steers away from the influence of those better than himself, he's bound to get in trouble. And the amount of common folk he associated with no doubt led him down this path that resulted in his demise. That is why you should never get involved with certain types of people, and why I never set foot in the filthy streets of Venice. God is not with the poor. If he was, they wouldn't be poor now, would they? The shark appealed to the governor for the Red Cloak to be arrested for immoral behavior. But alas, he never was.
Hello, I'm the youngest of the general's children, and I'm masquerading tonight as the shark. I work in law, and we're often referred to as sharks, a rather unfair stereotype. But the irony amuses me since it's the rest of society that are snaping and biting at each other. They're a bloodthirsty lot, and Red Cloak made many enemies. His death isn't at all surprising to me. Had the authorities listened to me when I petitioned for his arrest, then he might still be alive. He might be in prison, but he might still be alive. But no one takes me seriously when I talk about the corruption of Venetian society ever. I try to avoid it where possible. The stallion used to hang out a lot with Red Cloak. They were friends and would often brag to each other about their conquests. This stopped after the summer ball when he danced a lot with his sister. Did something more happen there?
Buenos Aires. I am Captain Hanover. Some call me Casanova. But tonight, I am the stallion. Quite fitting, actually, as I am handsome and strong, and I can ride all night. Ha! Now, my father would love for me to settle down, but what's the fun in that? No, I enjoy the gambling and the drinking far too much. Now, Red Cloak and I, we did have a competition and a wager regarding conquests, but he's gone, I win. Not that I wasn't winning before. You see, in the area of conquests, I am something of a special. By the time I had conquest in the triple digits. And the Venetian disease to prove it. You don't want that. Now, enough about me for now. Now, this summer, Bluebird and Red Cloak were engaged. Shortly after, it was called off. Now, I don't want to be a gossip, but tonight I heard the hair threaten Red Cloak. He said, "Don't even think of telling the general, or I will kill you myself."
What's up, Doc? Well, this grand old get-together, isn't it? It's a shame about this murder business, though. Still, we can't let that get us down, can we? This here's a party, and I, for one, think we should treat it as such. You know, I believe everyone should get a chance to celebrate, and after all, the whole point of a masquerade ball is for everyone to be equal for a night. It's too bad that's not how it is in real life. But you know, my views are not appreciated by the general and his family. You know, they believe in the elite and ruling classes. Everyone is welcome at my parties. But, you know, it was the Countess who originally cast Red Cloak out of society. And now that I think of it, the unicorn was engaged to Red Cloak not long after the spring ball, but called it off quite suddenly. And it left her all broken up, and she nearly died from it.
Hello, isn't this a wonderful party? Everyone look so beautiful. I feel like I'm in a fairy tale. Tonight I'm a unicorn. I wanted to go for something fun and beautiful. You see, I'm in need of some fun. I've been really sad lately. I thought I was going to marry Red Cloak, but he wasn't interested in marriage. He just thought we could have a few laughs, if you know what I mean. I may be a dreamer, and I may push the boundaries of what's considered respectable in the name of love, but I know better than that. It's a shame about this murder, though. Red Cloak may have been a rogue, but he didn't deserve that. I overheard Wolf tell him, "The plan has changed. I need my money back."
Oh, this puts a damper on events somewhat, doesn't it? Red Cloak was a good friend of mine. We had a few disagreements occasionally, but we were similar minds. I'll miss him. Tonight, I'm masquerading as the wolf. You see, we're pack animals, territorial, fiercely protective, and good hunters. I've had to make my own way in the world. I don't have an inheritance, but a military career keeps me active, and it's a noble profession. I'm fulfilled professionally. I just wish I had a warm bed and a good woman to come home to, but unfortunately, you need more than good looks in this world. The Phoenix has a secret child. Some rich gent knocked her up and refused to marry her, so she left to Venice in shame and disgrace.
Salutations. It's great to see people again and be back in my lovely hometown of Venice after so many years. Tonight, I'm a phoenix, and this represents me quite well. You see, I had a bit of a rough past. The love of my life was taken away from me, and I was sent away, cast out and abandoned. I've endured hardships and suffering, but I'm still here. And just like the phoenix, I rise from the ashes, better than before, born again. I heard the stag yelling at Red Cloak tonight, saying, "She was in Venice this whole time, and you kept it from me? What have I been paying you for?" I wonder what that was about.
First of all, keep my name out your mouth. Hello, I am Colonel R.E. Cluse. Listen, I know you've met a lot of new people here tonight, but I promise I will be the last. I fought under the general in the wars, but I am retired now. Tonight I am masquerading as the stag, gentle unless provoked, always horny, and perfectly capable of defending themselves if needed to. They're independent and would much rather wander the forest alone than attend social gatherings, but are obliged to do so every once in a while. That's rather like me. No, I never married. As a young man, my father tried to make me marry a rich woman, but I was already in love with another. And no one would replace her in my heart, so I never did either. I wish I knew where she was now.
So much gossip going around, isn't it tonight, folks? Your society is very, very corrupt, and it doesn't surprise me that one of you is in fact a murderer. And upon further investigation, I can inform you that Red Cloak was poisoned. I told you it was premeditated. Our murderer knew Red Cloak, and in fact would be meeting them here tonight. And it took me some time to figure it out, but somebody smuggled poison into the party, added it to his drink, probably spoke to him much, much earlier in the evening. We have found some key clues. Yes, in fact, we did on the body to help us investigate further, if you will. The first item is, in fact, a small notebook. That's right. In it, there is a list of what might appear to have been favors or jobs that Red Cloak had done for various people who are present in this very room here tonight. So tiddlywinks and tiddlyboos, get amongst yourselves and discuss the evidence before you. And see if you can come up with some type of explanation, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, doesn't matter. And I look forward to hearing all of your thoughts, the once.
Oh, Countess, you have all the power in society, and you cast Red Cloak out of it. Didn't you swear to kill him if he ever stepped in your home again?
Oh, Hare, the Red Cloak was not welcome here. My son was good friends with him, trusted him a bit too much, and it cost him his life. But we are a civilized company, and my house is open to the best of Venetian society. Only the most elite and respectful members of the gentry can be seen here. Now, the Red Cloak, he may have had the charms and the talents and the looks, of a gentleman, but he was not. And he was banished, nothing more. But Hare, what exactly is it that you did not want the Red Cloak to tell the general?
It's well known that the general's family and my family don't get along. There are plenty of things that I would never want anyone to tell the general. Just as like I am sure there are many things he would not want anyone to tell me. Our biggest grievance, though, is probably the duel. My man challenged his man, and, well, the general lost. No, Red Cloak was blackmailing me into revealing certain information. I told the general this tonight, though, so the blackmail would stop. Lion, what happened to make you quit so suddenly and publicly all of your support, and even more importantly, your funding for Red Cloak?
Listen, he was a friend of my son's. I funded his artistic ventures a few times at most. He was not equal to us. Few are, but he was tolerable. He kept my son amused, and I am not one to challenge behavior. If he enjoys a good drink, maybe a card game or two, that's fine. Nor will I stop him from enjoying more carnal pleasures. There are houses you can go to for that, you know. But Red Cloak got into the habit of trying to seduce women of higher birth. Unacceptable behavior. And I withdrew my support. Plain and simple. Fox. Fox. Did he help you gain your wealth? Simple farmer's son would not normally achieve the fortune you have.
I suppose if we are to solve this case, I should come clean. My fortune was gained from some questionable investments. Red Cloak knows, or I should say knew, how to make money, and fast. He helped me make some choices on where to put what little money I did have, and not all of them were strictly legal. And that's how I became very wealthy. And that's all thanks to him. So he decided to try to blackmail me, threatened to reveal how I became rich. I did want to speak with him tonight, but I never got the chance because someone killed him. Which brings me to this thought. Shark, you appealed for Red Cloak's arrest many times. I wonder why.
Listen. Red Cloak is a known criminal. He's participated in seductions, intrigues, and gambling debts. He's been involved in dodgy sales and illegal duels. He's even been implicated in multiple crimes. Everyone here knows who he is, and none of them is willing to admit it at first. That's how bad his reputation is. He even tried to seduce my own sister. I wanted him arrested and his corruption off the streets. I even asked him point blank, "You want to bamba? You want to chill with the big boys?" I most certainly didn't want him dead. Dragon, Red Cloak was seen at previous parties paying a lot of attention to your sister. Didn't feel right, did it?
Oh, of course not. My sister is young and naive, and our mother left her a substantial fortune. Because of that, I've had to chase away many a scoundrel who were after nothing more. Red Cloak was no different. He may look and act like a gentleman, but he's far from it, I assure you. I've known plenty of men like him, chasing after women, seducing them, but there's a line you simply do not cross. And your friend's sister is most certainly crossing that line. He deserved what happened to him, in my opinion. Now, Kat, the notebook clearly says, scout potential matches. Seems oddly desperate for a wealthy spouse. Did you actually pay Red Cloak to find you someone?
I certainly did not. I have no money to give to men like him. My business with Red Cloak was from a few years ago. My late husband gave him a large sum of money when he got sick. Red Cloak was meant to invest it, keep it safe for me and my children, because my husband knew once he was gone, his son inherited the estate and he wouldn't help us. The money he gave Red Cloak would have helped, but he spent it. Now I guess I know on what, and there's nothing left. Thankfully, as I mentioned before, my siblings took us in, and I don't know where we would have been now. Bluebird, you were in love with Red Cloak once, weren't you? He broke your heart. Seems he has done that a lot to people.
He does seem to have a bit of a reputation now, doesn't he? I feel sorry for all the girls who gave their hearts to him, but he can make anyone fall in love with him. There's not a whole lot you can do. It doesn't surprise me that someone wanted him dead. I'm just glad that I got out before things went too far. Wolf, where are you? Wolf. What plans changed? Tell me. Was it you who asked Red Cloak to find suitable lodging?
Yes, I had an agreement with a young woman. We were going to elope because her family would have never approved our love. I simply asked Red Cloak to help me find some discreet place we could hide and paid him. He's planned elopements with women before, so I thought he'd be able to help. However, her family found out anyway and took her away from Venice. I asked Red Cloak to return my money, but he refused. Stallion, Red Cloak was paying a lot of attention to your sister. I bet you didn't like that at all.
No, our family is well respected. And as the eldest son, I am expected to act a certain way. And sometimes I actually do. Now, Red Cloak provided an outlet as we would go dancing, and drinking, and chasing the ladies, as one does. Oh, we had some good times for sure. Now, Red Cloak was also a bit of an artist. And my father supported several of his projects. That is, until he started to pursue my sister. Said, no, we don't do this. So I had nothing more to do with him after that. Now, the notebook entry, attend the social. Clearly, Sparrow, this refers to you. Did you pay Red Cloak to attend dances with you?
Yes, I did. Red Cloak was supposed to introduce me to people who wouldn't care about my age, appearance, or lack of fortune, but would just want a good wife. But he rarely showed up, and when he did, he paid little attention to me. He was no better than anyone else, always chasing after pretty young things with massive fortunes. I wanted to confront him tonight and get my money back, but someone killed him before I got the chance. That money's lost now, so is my hope. Black Swan, you're on the scout list. Did you hire Red Cloak to find you a spouse? A wealthy man?
And what if I did? Not everyone is lucky enough to have a family to support them. I lost both my parents and my family fortune got swept away, meaning I have to make my own way in this world. Red Cloak is known for his skills at finding a mate, and I thought he could help me out, introduce me to a few people, and he did. But he got greedy when I couldn't afford his prices anymore, and he stopped helping me. And the weasel's also on the list. Looking for your beloved, I suppose.
Oh, I cannot deny that even a clergyman needs some little comfort, shall we say. When my soul is happy, stop. Holy Spirit, activate. I can help other souls feel happy also. It is also my duty to present the values of marriage to my congregation. And in order for me to achieve both of these things, I need to marry well. I see no shame in admitting that. But I don't need a man like Red Cloak to find a suitable wife for me. Our connection goes way back to my youth. He helped me out of a spot of bother once. I don't like talking about it. The fox, Red Cloak, had a reputation for dirty dealing. That's all we were talking about. The mouse, it says, challenged to a duel. Did you want Red Cloak to challenge someone? I say.
I didn't pay Red Cloak to duel anyone, and Red Cloak was the man my father dueled. I didn't want anything to do with him. But it does make me wonder now if he may have been acting on behalf of someone else. Dove, you were in love with Red Cloak at some point. You know how to make doves cry?
Yes, I did love Red Cloak, and I believe he loves me. I was young and naive, and he was so nice to me. I met him when he came to see my brother, and they were friends from school. It was so nice. It was, magical. It was only after I started attending gatherings like this one that I realized what kind of person he really was. And I'm glad I checked myself before I wrecked myself. But Unicorn, you loved him too, and he broke your heart just like he did mine, didn't he?
He does seem to break hearts, doesn't he?
Does.
I feel for everyone he's hurt, but heartbreak is a part of life. It made me stronger. I don't give up simply because one avenue doesn't work out. Did I love him? I cannot say. It's so easy to believe you're in love when in fact it's just infatuation. I have no ill will towards Red Cloak. But Stag, didn't you pay Red Cloak to find someone for you? Someone who's been here all this time?
First of all, how do we know all of these intimate details about each other? It seems very suspicious. And yes, I did hire him to find someone, an old flame of mine. My family never approved of the match and sent her away. After my father's passing, I wanted to find her. Red Cloak was supposed to do that. He found her right here in Venice and didn't tell me. He kept taking my money while he searched for her. Tonight, I was going to confront him about it, but I never got the chance because someone killed him. Probably, definitely not me. I just hope she knows it, knows that I was searching for her. The Phoenix, rumor has it you left Venice to find an illegitimate child. Was Red Cloak the father?
Shoot, I ain't never been with a baddie, and my son looks just like his daddy. You know, rumors are vicious things, and they certainly ruin reputations, which is exactly what happened. Let me set the record straight for you all. I did not leave because I had an illegitimate child. I left because I was paid to do so by my father-in-law. That's right. I was legally married. However, I wasn't considered good enough. So his father made me leave. I was young and scared. It was only later that I found out that I was pregnant. So my son is not illegitimate.
here tonight. I hope you've all found that quite informative. It answers quite a few questions, but not all of them. As my men were moving the body here this evening to a safe location, we found something else that might give us a few more clues, if you will. This right here dropped out of his pocket, a letter that I'm assuming Red Cloak meant to give to somebody here today. It appears to indicate some sort of sordid affair. The top of the letter has been torn off, presumably by our murderer. Tore it off, maybe, did not be identified, if you will. I find all of your lack of cooperation after our previous encounter quite disturbing. You seem to have no idea about the moral dilemma that you will find yourself in if the evidence I have uncovered is revealed to you or the interested parties. Surely a little bit of financial hardship is nothing compared to the disgrace, shame, and potential fatal consequences you and your family will face should my demands be rejected. When faced with the alternative, should you refuse me, I am sure you'll find it in your heart to forgive my previous transgression. And if you can, I can. I look forward to hearing from you with the details of the financial settlement. Yours, R.C. Well. This letter certainly implies a lot now, doesn't it, folks? It could relate to any number of things. And it gives us all a clear motive for murder. Why don't you discuss it and see if you can identify who the intended recipient of this letter may actually have been?
That letter just screams blackmail. You were one of the few people who Red Cloak could blackmail. Is that why you decided to poison him?
It was my intention to speak with Red Cloak tonight. Normally I avoid parties where the general attends because it can get messy. But this was important. I decided to tell the general everything. That would put a stop to the blackmail. But someone killed Red Cloak, though, so guess the blackmail is over anyway. So thank you for that. But Stag, it has started to become clear who you are. And that letter is a definite threat. Did you decide to kill him tonight because, he refused to give you your money back for that job that he failed so horribly?
Listen here, you carrot muncher. Red Cloak was dishonest, and there's a reason he was cast out for the Countess. Unfortunately, he's one you've got to go to when you need a job done discreetly. He has a reputation for dodgy dealings. I should have never approached him. I knew what I was getting myself into. I only have myself to blame for trusting a con man. I agree that letter is a threat. Black Swan, maybe you killed him because he failed to give your money back. What he didn't finish for you.
That letter is definitely a threat, but it's not necessarily aimed at me. Red Claw was paid by a few people to do different jobs he failed to complete. It doesn't surprise me that someone decided to kill him. But me, I'm looking for a good man, a good husband, a man with money who can give me the life I want. I highly doubt they want a crazy woman who murders people. That letter's just scream blackmail. The Fox, you.
I go again.
You were one of the few people who Red Cloak could blackmail. Is that why you decided to kill him?
It has been established and well known that Red Cloak was indeed blackmailing me, Missy. But this case was precise. Whoever poisoned him would need to have his trust. Do you really think he'd trust someone he was blackmailing? I don't think so. He'd never take a drink from me. Would he from you? Ha! The dragon. Maybe the letter refers to Red Cloak's threats to your family's reputation. That seems to be the theme. Had he succeeded in seducing your sister, that would make you want him dead. And poison is a very subtle way to kill someone.
Yes, it is indeed. And yes, he wanted to marry my sister. In fact, he needed to in order to legally claim her fortune. It would have been an absolute disgrace to align ourselves with such a man, but her reputation would not have been ruined because of it, although it nearly was. He almost succeeded in gaining her affections. She was actually planning to elope with him. However, she's smarter than that and confided with me about her doubts on the matter. Of course, you can imagine my rage towards him. Honestly, I'm glad he's no longer around to affect people's lives. Weasel, perhaps you decided to poison Red Cloak to get rid of him because he threatened to expose your secret. I mean, as a man of God, that would certainly be a moral dilemma for you, no?
Are you questioning my godliness? Because as a clergyman, we are not meant to take a life without just cause, of course. And I'm used to people threatening me, all sorts of extremists, ne'er-do-wells, and rakes that have called me out, as well as women I've rejected. One man's threats do not have the power over me to take a life. He was blackmailing me, but that'll stop now that he's dead, thank you. To whom killed him? The cat. You don't have a lot of money, yet you gave quite a bit to Red Cloak. Maybe you decided to kill him when he refused to give you the money back when you needed it the most.
My husband had quite a bit of money. Unfortunately, my son-in-law refused to part with any of it to help us out in any way. So we must make our own way in this world now. We were comfortable with the support of my siblings. And I know my daughter will marry well. She's pretty enough. I am upset about Red Cloak spending the money, but not enough to do something quite so drastic. Lion, I can imagine you being angry at Red Cloak. He had succeeded in seducing your daughter. That can make you want to kill him.
Well, slow down there, little kitty. That would certainly make me want to kill him, of course, but thankfully, he never succeeded in seducing my daughter. She's a sensible girl. She knew he was no good. She has a great sense of duty towards her family and would never, ever commit herself to such a man, if we can call him that. Poison can be quite a painful way to die. The kind of pain you might want to inflict on someone who hurt you. Unicorn, as silly as you might be, maybe his letter was trying to manipulate you into forgiving him. But you already decided to make him suffer with all your colors, didn't you?
I've never been poisoned myself. I've read about it, though. It's quite horrific. I'm not sure if I'd want to inflict that amount of pain on someone. I don't like to see people suffer needlessly. But if I were a man, I'd challenge him to a duel or something, perhaps. But as I am not, I can't. But the Countess, forgive me for saying so, but you blame the Red Cloak for the death of your relative. So is that why you invited him here? To kill him? Why poison, though? Why not challenge him to a duel? It's fair then.
Oh, who would be willing to duel him? In my name? For my honor? Oh, I have no subjects. I'm not a queen, and my husband and my son, they're both dead. It is well known that the Red Cloak, well, you know, he was a master duelist. He had a fair amount of blood in his hand. But, oh, he was a clever man, though. I'm surprised poison got him. He wouldn't even take a drink from me. So it would have had to have been somebody he was close to, somebody he trusted, you know? Bluebird, I bet you that letter was assigned and written just to manipulate you into forgiving him.
Your Countess Redcloak. Well, he was always very good with his words. I can recall the day we met. I caught him staring at me, and so I asked, "What's poppin'?" And he replied, "Not much, just watching." It's how he managed to make you feel special. And he actually convinced me to elope with him and marry him in secret. My family would have never approved of that match. I think part of me always knew that, which is why I didn't go through with it. But in the end, I was hurt. But it's nothing I can't handle. I just won't fall in love so easily again. Mouse, you blame Redcloak for the death of your father? Invited him here to poison him? A duel would have been a fair fight.
Do I look like a fighter to you? I couldn't challenge anyone to a duel, nor could I pay anyone else to do it for me. I'm upset that my father was killed, but you know what men are like. They have to prove themselves, and they did it with a duel. Pistols at dawn, they always say. If it wasn't Red Cloak, someone else would have done it. She's like, Stallion, I think the letter is a threat towards you and your family. But poison's rather subtle, don't you think?
Yes, poison is very subtle. You never know what's in your drink. Now, have you ever known me to be subtle? Have you seen my leather pants? No, I don't do subtle. Yes, trust me. If he had succeeded, it would have been a swift ending and not subtle, though. Now, I had no reason to kill him. However, there are plenty here who had issues with Red Cloak. Now, Dove, for instance, maybe this letter was trying to manipulate you so you would forgive him.
Well, he did reach out to me several times to try to win me back. But I know what sort of man he was. And I knew my brother would never allow me to marry him. He was only interested in my money, after all. It wouldn't surprise me if he did try to trick me to win me back. He tried everything else. But Sparrow, that letter is a definite threat. Did you decide to kill him tonight because he refused to give your money back for the job he failed to complete?
You just said you knew what kind of man he was. I doubt I still would have gotten it back. Men like that always threaten when they don't get what they want. It was a mistake to get involved with him. I know that now. But I was sick and tired of being invisible to everyone. I was desperate, and he knew that. He was smart, though, and careful. Look at me. Do you really think he'd trust me enough to take a drink from me? Not a chance. Shock. Maybe the letter was threatening your family's reputation and your sister. Would that make you want to kill him?
Listen, Red Cloak has threatened my family before. I mean, many people have. When you are powerful and influential, people dislike it. But my family's reputation is already ruined. My eldest brother is seen to that. Red Cloak's threats could hardly cause any more damage, so killing him would be pointless. Hey, Wolf, you don't have a lot of money, yet you gave some to Red Cloak. Maybe you decided to kill him when he didn't give it back?
Yes, I don't have as much money as I would like. Which reminds me, are we almost done here? I've got a top 10 battle. I could really use a couple snipers. Huh? Without a paid commission from the military, it's very difficult to advance beyond foot soldier. Sure, my food and lodgings were provided, and I had a small wage. Getting my money back would help my situation. But since someone killed him, I probably won't get that back now. Phoenix, You were one of the few people who Red Cloak could blackmail. Is that why you chose poison?
Tried, but there was nothing he could use against me. Sure, I came back to confront him about trying to cause problems for my family and I, but I didn't even get the chance because someone killed him. My main goal now is to find my husband and introduce him to his son.
Well, folks, here tonight, what do you think of this? What do you think of these accusations? Are any of you here tonight getting any closer to solving this murder? Well, I think we are. And the final piece of the evidence explains it. Explains this to us now how the murderer managed to get our victim out onto the terrace and hand him the fatal drink. A scribbled note in very elegant handwriting reads exactly this. How did we become so distant? I would like time to get to know the man I once knew. Please join me for a drink on the terrace as the clock strikes 10. Your friend. Very well written. Clearly well-educated person. Yes. Or a really good con artist. And maybe an imitator, if you will. We're very close to solving this crime, so I suggest now we start wrapping it up. So if you have any final questions, now might be the time to grab a drink and get those final thoughts in mind and ask those final questions. Ding, 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 ding.
Countess, it's clear you were angry at Red Cloak. You blamed him for the death of your relative. It'd be quite easy for you to arrange to meet him somewhere to kill him. This is your home.
Oh, I don't blame him entirely. He had no quarrel with my family, and I certainly gave him no reason to dislike us to begin with. I knew he was no aristocracy, but he was respectable, or so I thought. But anyway, no, I blame whoever hired him to kill my relative. This was their fault. Red Cloak was just stupid enough to take the contract, and the consequences was being disgraced and banished. His return here tonight, it has nothing to do with me. Well, if you hired Red Cloak to do a job for you, you could have just been playing nice. You wanted him to come back. Oh, did you kill him?
I don't play nice with thieves. I was going to speak to Red Cloak tonight about it and see if we could reach some sort of agreement. He knew I was angry with him, though. He'd never trust me enough to take a drink from me. He was killed by someone closer to him. Dragon, just admit it. You want to revenge on Red Cloak for trying to seduce your sister and nearly running out your family's reputation. You care a lot about your position in society. Did you kill Red Cloak to protect your reputation?
Red Cloak was a friend of mine, yes. We went to school together. I was quite disappointed in his conduct towards my family. He had a decent fortune of his own, but he gambled it all away and then had the nerve to try and ask me for a loan. When I said no, he decided to try and manipulate my sister into marrying him so he could get his hands on hers. He's tried this with many women and made several enemies in his pursuits. Make no mistake, there are plenty who wanted him dead. Someone just got there first. A weasel. Red Cloak found out things you didn't want anyone to know about. He was obviously blackmailing you. It would make perfect sense that you'd want to kill him for that. Did you somehow trick him into meeting you here tonight?
Trick him? I didn't need to trick him at all. I knew he was going to be here tonight. We'd already arranged to meet, see? The blackmail money was due, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk to him about it. I gave him the money. and we were going to meet later, but someone killed him. I should ask Dogberry if my gold is still on his person. If it is not, I shall report a robbery. Bluebird, the note, it was written in elegant hand, female perhaps. They say hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. Did you plan to poison the Red Cloak tonight because he broke your heart?
Do you assume it's only women who write neatly and elegant? How presumptuous. I know several men whose handwriting is even neater and prettier than mine. In fact, your whole comment is quite, well, presumptuous. I didn't plan anything. It was so long ago that I had any feelings for Red Cloak at all. I was surprised he was here tonight, though. I thought he had already been banished. Clearly, it was someone important to him that brought him back, and no, that was not me. Black Swan, you hired Red Cloak to do a job for you, and he failed you, and you asked for your money back, but he didn't give that money back, did he? Were you trying to play nice to get him here tonight? Did you kill him?
I don't think anyone here will tell you I play nice. I know what I want, and I'm not afraid to go for it. I don't pretend to I like you. If I think you're worth my time, I'm nice. That's not pretending. But if I don't like you, I also won't pretend to. I highly doubt Red Cloak had taken a drink from me, even if I offered it. He knew my opinion of him. Mouse, it's clear that you were angry at Red Cloak. You blame him for the death of your father. You know where everything is and where to meet him to kill him. This is your house.
Oh, no, it's not really my house. The general and the countess host their parties here. I, however, do not own anything of my own. The general doesn't allow me to speak to people, and so I could not have invited Red Cloak here, nor would I want to. It's forbidden, and I understood the assignment. I understood the assignment. Shark, did you want revenge on Red Cloak for nearly ruining your social stature, trying to protect the family name?
Listen, I can see how you might form that opinion. My family is very well respected. We do care a lot about our position in society. I think you'll find most people here do, all of us. And we don't like it when someone threatens us. Nobody does. But Red Cloak had many enemies. Anyone could have got to him before we could. Hey, Hare, Red Cloak was blackmailing you because he had secret information on you. It would only make sense that you'd want him dead. Did you trick him into meeting tonight?
Well, no, he didn't find out about it. He already knew. I asked him to challenge the general's brother to a duel. Wasn't expecting the stubborn mule to actually accept it. I just wanted to prove that the general's family were cowards. Unfortunately, they weren't. And Red Cloak, well, he won the duel. The general's brother died. But I was young and angry, and I wasn't thinking clearly. Red Cloak decided to blackmail me about it. He threatened to tell the general who sent him, but I came clean with the general tonight. Maybe it was him that killed Red Cloak for killing his brother. Hey, Lion!
Listen.
Listen, no, you admit it. You wanted revenge on
I
Red Cloak
did.
for not only killing your brother, but
Here.
also then trying to seduce your precious daughter and nearly ruining your family's reputation.
Listen.
You care a lot about your family name. Is that why you killed him? To save your precious image?
I did want revenge, yes. But my family has a very good standing in society. We are respected and honored. A scandal like the one Red Cloak almost caused for us by attempting to seduce my daughter would have ruined us. The Countess banished him. He was warned not to return. He didn't heed that warning, which was very sus. Poison is not how my family does things, you see. We are a military men, and we would have executed him in a military fashion. Someone beat us to it. Poison is far too subtle. You must get close to a person to do that. His killer was clearly someone close to him. Fox! Oh, Fox! Red Cloak found out things you didn't want anyone to know about. He was blackmailing you. Did you trick him into meeting you here tonight? I think you did.
Oh, all this has just got me emotionally damaged. No trick is necessary. I wrote to him last week and suggested we meet here to discuss our issues. There's no surprise there, lion. He agreed, but I never got a chance to speak with him. He was busy. I saw him speaking with Bluebird. I saw him speaking with Dove, many of the people here. I never got a chance to get near enough to him, as I don't have the same status that you do. He was killed. And for that, I am thankful, for I am no longer being blackmailed. I will say this, as the Weasel alluded to, that note is written in a very elegant handwriting. A lot more than mine. Perhaps the Dove.
What?
Dove wrote
What?
to him and planned to kill him tonight because he broke her heart.
How dare you think that only women write fancy like Applebee's on a date night? I pity you if that's the case. As for poison, yeah, he broke my heart, all right, but I certainly have no knowledge of poison. If I were angry enough to kill Red Cloak, it'd probably be something a little more dramatic, such as a knife through the heart. Poison's too easy. I was taught never take shortcuts to solve problems. Oh, wait a minute. Cat. A widow could hardly be a threat to him. So maybe Red Cloak thought he could get some more money from you. Perhaps you saw his ulterior motive and wanted to trick him into coming here tonight so you could kill him.
Red Cloak would never trust me. He knows exactly what I think of him. And men like him have targeted my daughter before. Even without the money issues, I would never allow him near my family. The murder was done by someone who cared for him, or maybe someone he upset. A penniless widow he robbed a few years ago wouldn't be able to convince him to attend a party, much less take a drink so easily like he did. Stallion, you wanted revenge. Did you kill Red Cloak because of your family's reputation or for trying to seduce your sister?
To be sure, I was angry with Red Cloak. He betrayed our friendship when he tried to seduce my sister. That's just not something you do. His motives were purely selfish. He just wanted money and revenge. Oh, as I've said, we are a military family in the age of dueling. Now, poison. I would never poison a friend. No. Now, there are others here, such as Sparrow. You hired Red Cloak. He failed you. You wanted your money back, and he did not give it. Perhaps you got close to him so that you could poison him. And if you did, cheers.
But I am nice. I don't play nice. When you're in my situation, you have to be nice to everyone. I can't afford to make enemies. At any point, the Countess could decide she doesn't want me anymore, and then I'd have nowhere to go. That's why marriage is so important to me. For any woman with no independent means, it's the only option. He took what little money I'd saved up. I wish no one hadn't killed him because I really needed it. I don't suppose I'll ever get it back now. Stag, didn't Red Cloak fail to complete a job for you? You'd had enough of the blackmail, and you killed him, right?
Whoa, 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 whoa. He didn't fail at his job. He found the woman I was looking for. And let me tell you, she was pretty in the waist and super thick. But I was just thinking about finding her, and he found her quite quickly. She was in Venice. He didn't tell me that, though. He kept pretending to still be looking for her so that he could get more money out of me. And like a fool, I believed him. I didn't need to pretend to be nice, though. I tried to be polite and respectful towards everyone, even undeserving men like him. I've seen enough death in war. I wouldn't want to see any more. Phoenix, Red Cloak knew your secrets, and he was blackmailing you to keep it hidden. Did you trick him into coming here so that you could kill him?
I had no idea he'd be here. I planned on approaching him when I saw him in the crowd, but he was never alone, and I wasn't about to make a scene. I'd never be tricked by someone like me into anything. Whoever killed him clearly had a good relationship with him once, which I never did. Unicorn. You were close to Red Cloak at some point. What do you think about all of this?
Red Cloak's death was beautiful and tragic. You know, the kind that you write about in stories. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a woman that killed him. His death screams jilted lover. But I don't hang on to resentment, not me, no. I feel everything very strongly, very quickly, and then it fizzles out just as quickly as it began.
Speechless.
He's still figuring out who the murderer is.
I don't know what the Countess got in this stuff, but I swear to God, I can hardly feel my face here, Leonard. You just let me know when you wants me to go with the tickety-boo and the toodly winks.
Dogberry, I think we're waiting for you to give final statements.
I am here about ready to declare the final statements.
Oh my goodness.
Of the evening. Everyone, thank you so much for coming here tonight to support Spread the Cheer USA. That was a little bit out of character, but it doesn't matter. That's DeWine speaking, not Dogberry. I would like to begin
Not
the
yet.
final statements of the evening.
Yes.
With maybe hearing from, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, babe, let's hear from the Countess. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
let's get this done. I want to go home.
Dogberry and Lion, listen. I have hidden my identity while I tell you that the Red Cloak had a reputation. He was trouble. He was a womanizer and a gambling drunk. Drunk all the time. It doesn't surprise me that somebody killed him. He had lots of enemies. But the level I am, the murder is beneath me. I had the power to banish him. And after years of his misconduct, I was happy to do so. He could have remained exiled and, stayed alive and safe, but he chose to come back. And one of his enemies took it upon themselves to get revenge. I'm not sad and I'm not sorry that he died, but I will tell you that his blood is not at my hands.
Interesting statement there, Duchess. So let's hear what the lion has to say tonight.
I think, Dogberry, you have gotten into the wine a little bit more than you should have. Our family's reputation is the only thing that matters. In this society, you are expected to follow certain rules and customs. Thankfully, my daughter was aware of that and didn't let things go too far. But Red Cloak failed to understand. I humored him for a while. My son liked him and he was a good scapegoat for any trouble that my son got himself into. It made parenting so much easier. I could just blame Red Cloak for my son's bad behavior. Now that someone's killed him, though, I'm going to have to start keeping check on his behavior myself, which I don't feel like I signed up for. He knows what's expected of him, though. If he steps out of line, I will cut him off. I have 2 sons after all, and his younger brother is much easier to control. And as they say, I made them, I can take them out of this world and make more.
Akuna Matata, lion. Well, please tell Scar that I said hello. And while we're at it, twiddly diddly dee, let's hear from the bluebird sitting in the wee old LJS Productions tree.
I was in love with Red Cloak, Daddy, you know that. But at the time, I thought he loved me too. It seemed legit, not the same social rank as my family, but accepted by them. I didn't realize he just wanted my fortune. I was young and naive. I'm not anymore. I was upset about it, but I didn't want him dead. I'm grateful to him, actually. He showed me what people can be like, and I'm stronger for it. That being said, I was also not sorry, nor am I surprised that someone did kill him. He made a lot of enemies, it would seem.
Very interesting, Bluebird. I'd like to hear next from Stallion. Are you a savage? Are you classy? Are you bougie? Are you ratchet?
Yes, I am. Now, Red Cloak was a good friend, and I'm sorry it did the way it did, but my sister did not deserve to be treated like that. She believed he loved her, but he just wanted her money and revenge on my father. Now, as I could have killed him if I need be, but I didn't. It's a shame he turned out the way he did. We had some good times. He was talented, but he got too cocky and started thinking he was in the same class as us. Now, my father blamed him for leading me down the wrong path of gambling and drinking. But in reality, I'm as much to blame as Red Cloak. And father has threatened to disinherit me if I don't stop my playboy ways. Perhaps it's time to hang up the leather pants and settle down. After all, I wouldn't want my brother to get my share of the inheritance. That would not be fun at all.
Well, just like my eyes were on your leather pants and the bulge in it here this evening, now I'd like to put my eyes on the sparrow. What do you have to say for yourself?
Red Cloak used me. He took my money and did not hold his end of the bargain. He was meant to introduce me to eligible men, like that stallion, who might be open to marrying someone like me. But he flaked often. He paid more attention to wealthy young girls. He was on the hunt for himself rather than for me. I should have known better. I've spoken to the Countess and told her my desire to marry a good man who would provide a home for me. My needs are small, and she's going to help me out because she's so generous. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help me find a match. He's likely to be a merchant or a clergyman, of course. A simple life, that's all I want.
How about the simple life of a night watchman, if you will? Oh, I'm sorry. We're here for a murder, not for fraternizing. I do apologize. Well, pop goes the weasel. What do you have to say for yourself in regards to this murder?
Well, I tell you, Dogberry, no, I didn't kill Red Cloak. I'm a man of God, see? We don't go around taking justice into our own hands. Am I sorry he's dead? No, God forgive me, but he was not a good man. Some people are not destined to live on this earth, and I'm sure he'll get his just deserts. Now, I'm not being blackmailed anymore. I have quite a bit of money. Maybe I don't need a rich wife. A poor wife would just be as good. She'd adore me for rescuing her from poverty. She may not be quite equal to me, but she can at least make a home for me. I just need to find someone. Any takers?
Peace be with you and also with you, Weasel. Natalie Portman, what do you have to say for yourself, Black Swan?
What was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. The voices. I come from a good family, but unfortunately, I lost them quite young, and all our money got swept up in the system. I've been a freaking face in this society for many years. My goal, like most women, is to find a suitable husband. Red Claw was meant to help me achieve this, but he was supposed to introduce me to a few eligible men. But then he increased his price, and I simply couldn't afford it anymore. I stopped paying him, and that's what we spoke about tonight. I terminated the contract, but not him. I had no reason to kill him. And since most men don't really like crazy women that murder people, I don't even try to, and I never will.
Thank you so much, Natalie.
My pleasure.
If the poor sweet sparrow is not interested in a night watchman, please, sorry, I'm here for a murder, not for fraternization. Anyway, next I'd like to see what it sounds like maybe when a dove cries murder.
Yeah, that's what they say, Dogberry. Red Cloak wasn't a good guy. He played with my heart and made me fall for him. He even convinced me to marry him, and I almost did, and ruined my family's reputation. Now, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. I was raised right and knew it was wrong to marry him. He thought me being young made me an easy target. He was so full of himself, and he was dead wrong. I mean, he was wrong. All he did was teach me a valuable lesson about certain types of men and their motives. My heart may have been broken, but I'm stronger than yesterday for it now. So I give him credit for that. I'll never make that mistake twice.
I hope you don't, sweet dove. You sweet, virginless lady in white of the night. Sorry, here for a murder. Listen, hair, what do you have to say about the murder?
Here we go.
It is true that Red Cloak was blackmailing me. Many years ago, I paid him to challenge the general's brother to a duel. He did, and he won. And the general's brother, well, he died from his injuries. Oh, but I felt guilty ever since. When Red Cloak threatened to tell the general who sent him, I paid what he asked. I thought the general would want revenge. But, we're older now, though, and more mature. Even though our social differences, I was sure we could work things out. I came here tonight actually to speak with him directly and to come clean. We resolved our differences. So I had no reason to kill Red Cloak. I wasn't being blackmailed anymore. And I certainly do not want any more blood on my hands.
Or I'm sure does anyone else here this evening. Another lady I don't want to get caught in a trap with here tonight is, in fact, the fabulous fury. Yes, mouse. Damn it, I need cheese. What do you have to say for yourself?
My position in the general's house is very precarious. At any moment, he could just decide to cast me out, and I'd have to look after myself. And I can't do that. I'd fall to ruin. I have to be very careful of what I say and do. I'm judged and watched. Like the algorithm in the For You page. Ugh, I couldn't risk it, angering him by going against him by engaging in any sort of conversation with a man like Red Cloak. Attending a party, secretly inviting him here, and then killing him? Oh my gosh. All these things would seriously jeopardize my position. I'm not sorry he's gone, but it wasn't by my doing.
Shark, your booming voice has been very quiet here this evening. I'm sure our audience would love to actually hear you whisper the mellow tones of a luscious bass. You were the general's son. You had every reason to kill Red Cloak. Speak now, you fantastic animal.
Listen, I shouldn't even have to answer this question, to be honest with you. I didn't kill Red Cloak. My father tried to blame him for my brother's failings, and being powerful, he was able to do that. My brother is to blame for our tarnished reputation more than anyone. Red Cloak did try and win my sister's heart. She's got a large fortune. Red Cloak was just one of many who tried to prey on her for that money. I wouldn't kill him over that unless I planned to kill everyone who had tried it before. I'm not sorry he's dead, and I wouldn't put it past my brother to kill him either. But my hands, they're clean, all of them.
I know where half these ladies tonight would like your hands to be, but now, pussycat, kitty cat, meowsicle, magical cats, mystical cats, magical cats, magical cat, you had reason to rely on this murder here this evening. You have to rely on your family for support. You needed money that your husband gave him. What is your statement? Tell me what's new, pussycat. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Red Cloak knew how important that money was to me and my children. It would have meant that we could support ourselves and cover my daughter's dowries too. He didn't care though, and left us in a worse position than we were before. I'm not the least bit sorry that Audius Man is dead, but it wasn't me who killed him. He would never trust me enough to take a drink from me, not after what he took. Our money like that? My only hope is that my children marry well. They're good people. And until then, my siblings agreed to support us as long as we needed. So.
Pussycat, that was a perfectly good alibi. But now let's see if the wolf can huff and puff and blow an alibi my way.
Listen, Red Cloak was a military man like me. I'd hoped that he'd have some sense of duty and honor, but he didn't. It's no surprise, really, that someone killed him, but it wasn't me. I'd hoped to speak to him tonight to settle the matter as gentlemen, but someone had other ideas. Oh well. Time to turn my attention back to other matters, such as marriage. I just need to find a wife. Ideally one with money, so she can support us both. Any takers?
Very, very interesting, ladies, as you, I'm sure they'll be lining up for you at the end of the evening. Next, Fox, you had solid reason to kill Red Cloak. Ding, 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 ding. What does the fox say?
Butterflies in the sky. Oh, sorry. Listen, Red Cloak was a good businessman. He knew what he was doing, and he knew the subtle investments for me to make. And they were beneficial to me. He made me money. Everything I earn now is honest. And I am no longer being blackmailed. I certainly did not kill Red Cloak. Blackmail was a constant reminder of that, and so was Red Cloak. And that's how I got rich. I don't want to be reminded of that. I am an honest man now, and a very rich one at that. Any ladies? Anyway, I just want to settle down now and live a quiet, rich life.
Well, hapty ho. Tonight I've seen a lot of your faces. I've seen green alligators and long neck geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, but the loveliest of all is the unicorn. Did you murder Red Cloak?
Like I said before, I'm the type of person that falls in love very quickly, and I'm in tune with my emotions. I'd rather show too much affection than too little, okay? So hear me out. Because of that, people think I'm like slightly crazy or whatever, but I mean, I'm just passionate. I can't say I'm surprised that you thought I might be Red Cloak's killer, given our history and all. But don't worry, I can be sensible, and I mean, deep down, I knew it was never gonna work out.
Unicorn, I have to admit here this evening, I don't actually know if you're speaking or if this is a challenge from Scott D. Henry's lip sync. What I'm trying to say is you're 3 sheets in the wind and 4 farts in the pepper box. Everybody here tonight is yet but a suspect. The only person who hasn't showed up here is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. What do you have to say for yourself?
I didn't even know who Red Cloak was until he showed up on my doorstep and told me that the colonel had hired him to find me. I knew this was my husband because he always talked about joining the army to get away from family. They never approved of me. My father was a merchant, but the colonel's father expected him to marry above his station, not below. He sent me away. I received a large sum from him that would support me and make me a desirable match for someone of my class. But I was not to try and contact them again. I should have told him we were already married. But I knew if I did, they'd cut him off and his life would be miserable. So I left. And as far as Red Cloak, when he realized I had a child, he assumed, as had everyone else, that he was illegitimate and tried to use that to blackmail me. But he failed. I now know my love was looking for me, and so I came to find him. I'm actually quite grateful to Red Cloak for that information. I'm sorry he's dead. I should have liked to thank him.
Very interesting, Phoenix. Just like Maria von Trapp would say, though a deer, a female deer. Next, I'd like to hear from the stag.
Breaking news here on Suburban Update. Dogberry has found the wine and I did not kill Red Cloak. I had no reason to do it. You see the woman I love, she's here. I found that out tonight. He tried to keep her from me. He even tried to blackmail her. Can you believe that? He thought, as many others did, that her child was illegitimate, but he's not. We were married in a legally binding ceremony, and she conceived that night because I'm just that good. I'll never forgive my father for sending her away and keeping me from my child. If he was still alive, I'd probably want to kill him, but Red Cloak, I can almost thank him, really, for reuniting me with my love and giving me back my family. I had all but lost hope of ever finding them.
Well, the hills are alive with the sound of Bambi dying, you stag. That leaves only one person here this evening. That's right, Shikarius, mother of all dragons. It leaves only you. You must be the murderer.
Narius, is that you? Yes, I killed Red Cloak. His conduct towards my family was unforgivable. My sister's heart was broken. I simply could not allow him to get away with that. Red Cloak knows how important money and power are, and he knew there would be consequences for going against me. It was made abundantly clear to him when his loan was rejected. He then tried another way to get money, and that was simply a step too far. Now, arsenic is surprisingly quite easy to get a hold of. It's found in everyday items, in fact. It's also invisible when added to liquid. The only clue might be an almond smell. However, the Countess's favorite food just happens to be sugared almonds, and there was an entire plate full of them on the terrace. So naturally, everyone would simply assume the smell was coming from there. Red Cloak would recognize my handwriting. My writing looks elegant and reflects that of a respectable member of the gentry. So I knew Red Cloak would meet me, as we still had so much unfinished business to discuss. I made sure I'd spoken to the servants to bring 2 glasses of the finest wine out onto the terrace for me. While everyone was busy in the main hall, no one noticed me slip the powder into the goblet. It takes but a few seconds for it to vanish into the liquid, and so when Red Cloak joined me, I was all apologetic and full of smiles, and he suspected nothing and simply accepted the drink. Once he'd taken the first sip, I knew it would only be a matter of moments until it kicked in. So I claimed I needed to use the privy, told him enjoy the drink, I'd be right back in a bit, then slipped away quietly back into the hall. I was here when he collapsed, and I simply feigned surprise with everyone else when the death was announced. I'm not at all sorry he's dead. Many people wanted to get him and get him gone. I was just the first to get to him. Well, let's be honest, there's really no case here. He was not a popular man, and he simply paid the ultimate price for it.
Very interesting. Leonard Burns! I told you it was dragging all along. I think it's time now to wrap it up and do your deadly doodly deeds. I don't know what I'm saying, Leonard.
A little something like real quick, because it's a big cast, right? Let's get through it till we get to the Q&A. So we have up first is going to be the understudy, who was Lynn McCormick, and this is the person that really was behind the scenes and was filling in when we needed to. If somebody didn't show up, this would have been our person.
I want to tell you, everybody, that I think you did a fabulous job, and I had a wonderful time taking all of your roles one little piece at a time. This was a wonderful performance. Thanks for including me. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Lynn. We couldn't do it without you, honestly. Next up, we have the Bluebird, who was Deuterbug.
Good evening, everybody. Much love to this cast and the production and my friends and family that came to watch.
I love it. Next up, we have the cat, who is Sanda Knox.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I had a great time, and thank you to the cast. You guys are amazing.
We have the Dove, who is JD Dragon Tamer _ Dragon.
That's okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming and supporting this wonderful cause, and we love you.
Awesome. Next up, we have the Fox, who is Enelkuchi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for popping in. Love you guys. Have joy.
Next up, we have, and this character won Best Character Depiction, and it's going to the Hare, who is also known as AKA Doc Knotts.
Oh, thank you all very much.
No
Thank you.
surprise.
Good job, Doc.
You're
Killed it,
such a little
brother.
bouncing bunny.
Killed it, brother.
Thank you.
That's a compliment.
We have the stallion who is Pond Whisperer.
Hello. It was a lot of fun. Now I can take my leather pants off.
Hey, come on.
I'm sweaty.
You're wearing
We have
pants?
the unicorn, also AKA the TikTok handle of Champagne and Fries, which is one of my favorite IDs ever.
It totally is. You know, me and you, Leonard, have been kind of like friends from OG days, which is why this is so amazing. So, honestly, I didn't realize we were gonna have a moment to say something. So it's brought upon me. I don't have a lot to say, but what I do have to say is that the last time they did one of these, I was a spectator. I was one of y'all in the chats doing the thing. I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. And guess what? Next time I'm here and I am elated, and to be a part of this cast is nothing less of just, it's been so fun, if nothing else. And you guys are amazing humans, and I love you. And I
You're
would leave it
great.
at that.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much. You're so sweet. Cheers. We have up next, we have the Weasel, who is AKA Scott D14.
Hey, everybody, just thank you all for coming out. 150 of us were able to contribute, whether we acted or whether we bought tickets. We were able to contribute to a wonderful cause, Spread the Cheer, USA Foundation, led by Danielle. And we raised a lot of money, you guys, a lot of money that's going to do a lot of good for a lot of families. That just touches my heart so much that you guys made this possible for us. I'm honored to have this be my second one that I've been a part of, and I love these guys. I'm amazed to be a part of this. I'm honored. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Scotty. Next up, we have the Black Swan, Janela Oliveria.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for showing up, for your support. We're going to be able to help a lot of families and kids in need. And thank you for giving us the opportunity and to help all of them through Spread the Cheer USA. Thank you.
Love it. Next up, we have the Phoenix, who is Danny California 0613.
With
Danny's actually not from California.
California. Thank you guys so much for coming. We really appreciate your support.
Welcome to the
Love it. We have the Wolf, who is Chris.Cherry.Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Hey, as I've listened, this is my second one, and I've never met a better group of people. I didn't think the app would do that. That's for sure. It's for a great cause, and everybody who bought tickets and was part of everything, it is just amazing. I've never been hairier too.
So next up we have the Shark, who is Liquid Shano.
All right, so I'm gonna be quick about it, but here's the thing, right? So as everybody knows, I love giving back, and the main purpose of this was not just to have fun with some amazing people that we worked with and bring in more people in for this whole entire cast, but to give back to an amazing cause of where we're working with families and people that are in need is it warms my heart as well. And I think I want to thank every single one of you for purchasing tickets. And it was so much fun going into so many different lives to talk about all this stuff, to try to recruit and promote and do all kinds of stuff, and people received it so well. It's an amazing thing. Thank you so much, LJ and S, behind the scenes work that you guys all did. It was amazing. And Sheila for writing the script. Amazing stuff. Thanks so much.
Hold on, let me say one thing. Shane, you cannot speak to all of us that love you so much, wearing that amount. of eye makeup because
Right?
it's
So
we
listen.
can't, it's like you're like, yeah, let me just take it serious for a minute. Let me just
Somebody
take it like on a real level. And then we're looking at you and we're like, this is our dude, bro. This is our dude. We love you. We love you as much as you love us. Thank you so much.
Somebody just
for
asked
the
to do a song
eyeliner.
request.
We all appreciate it.
Okay, here we go. Let's get through this. We have a big cast. But somebody did want a song request, Shane. Just saying that for later. Next up, we have The Sparrow, who is Mama AD2009. Ashley.
Thank you so much. I also was a spectator at the last one, and I dressed up as a pirate and everything, and it was so much fun to watch and support. It's such a great cause. To LJS Productions, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for everything you do, and I'm so happy to be a part of this and have met so many wonderful people.
So great. Next up, we have, let's just get through this one really quick. This guy. We have the stag. It's Martin SWT.
Fast as possible, Martin.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Leonard. My best friend on TikTok.
I love you.
My very best, my very best bromance. This is also my second production with LJS for the murder mystery, and just a fantastic group of people to work with for an absolutely phenomenal cause. So I thank you, honestly, Leonard. Thank you for dragging me, kicking and screaming into this, because I wouldn't go away now. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, the
thing is,
community
last time
violation
I
guidelines and all that
saw
stuff.
Martin the Stag, he was wearing a costume. Last time we were wearing a costume.
Yes.
He comes back, 3-piece suit. He's like Men in Black. Boom.
Black. So the next up we have, and so let me just take a little quick pause. This person won Best Character, and they were also the murderer. It's the dragon, some guy Danny.
That guy
It's your handwriting that gave you away, baby.
It's all the masks you made.
Take a bow. Let Danny take a bow.
I just want to say to the audience, thank you for supporting the cause, because kids in the holidays, it's a big thing for me. To the cast, thank you for having me back again. I'm humbled and honored to be a part of it. So thank you.
Raise your hand if you're wearing one of the masks he created.
Oh, yes.
I freaking wish.
Mine.
I freaking wish.
He made mine.
Me
But
too.
no.
He made mine. The Black
He
Swan.
made
that's nice.
9. Cool. Good for you guys.
Danny and I.
Salty.
Yeah, good for you. Good
Danny's
for you.
serious
Good for
MVP
you.
in this production. I
Let's
must
get
say.
through these.
Guys, we gotta
I
keep
love you
going.
guys.
We've got a big cast.
Let's get
It's
through
already
it.
10 o'clock.
Let's get through it. Danny and I, we've been through some stuff together. I love him. Here we go. The Countess Famright, Inga.
Hello, everybody. So this is my third my third murder mystery. I am super appreciative of both the LJS Creative Productions. Please go follow them. Please audition. Please be a part of this. Anybody can do it. Don't be intimidated. And then just, Chief Nitro, we love you. Danny, I mean, everybody in here. I'm just so grateful to be in here. You guys, mwah.
So next up, and I'm just gonna like really quickly, it's a big cast. It's been a very challenging couple years for everybody here, right? And the last couple, let's say weeks, has been really challenging. And we still made it through. And not only didn't we make it through, we made it through. We crushed it. And this next person, I adore her immensely. Dogberry, Tina Madlips, take a bow.
Tina.
Love you, Tina.
Where'd she go?
Love your face, Tina. Love your
I don't know
face.
why she went, but you know what? She's been a
You guys,
goddamn
just a moment.
trooper.
Let her talk.
Hold on.
Okay, she
here?
Yes.
might not be here.
No,
she's
she's
here.
I don't
here.
think she's here. I'm just saying. I
She's here. She's here.
Please,
She's
she's here,
having a hard time
guys.
speaking. Guys.
Shane, it started with your duet. My mom literally she was blind, so she has dial-up internet. So I'm literally seeing barely anything. And Jalitiful, I still refuse to call you by your name. Sent me a video, and I was kind of blown away that I had, I'm in Canada in my mom's house, and I had, the music is not gonna play. I'm gonna be Julia Roberts, and I'm gonna stay up here for as long as I want. You guys, the distraction from coming to rehearsal with everything that was happening with my mom, I did not think she was gonna pass. I thought she was going to come home. And you guys are incredible. And Danielle and Chief Nitro, I cannot wait to see all of you guys in Vegas. I hope everyone has tickets to spread the cheer at MGM in April. I know I am so looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the diversion, but I'm also looking forward to going to that event and helping a whole bunch of other families. I do want to give a shout out to Jill for your patience. Sweet Jesus, I don't know how you dealt with me because I didn't have a costume. I didn't have a set. I don't have, guys, I don't have a ring light. How is that even possible? I have my mother's lamp. And
It's
Danny,
the third world ring light.
I know. And Danny, your costumes were incredible. To take this journey a couple of months ago when you started making these masks, you're extraordinary. Your talent is unbelievable. And I've loved going on this journey with you as you created each and every single one of these masks. So thank you guys for having me here and just letting me get distracted for a night. And for one night, she's still my mother who made all my costumes in high school. This is her shirt. These are her glasses. that I pop the
Get
lenses
it.
out of. These are her pants that come to my ankles. And this is my dad's pipe.
Killing it.
And yes, it was actually. This is her blueberry wine. She made homemade and picked. So yes, I may be 3 sheets in the wind, but I love that I'm celebrating it with you guys.
Yes.
Love it.
We love you.
Bring that to Vegas.
We love you,
your
Tina.
face, Tina.
We love you so much.
You guys.
How do you, I mean, I don't know how to keep going.
Thanks, Tina. That's nice.
I can tell you
She
guys,
is
and
gone.
we're gonna finish this thing out. I just never imagined, thinking up something like this, that it would turn into something like that. Wow, okay, hold on. The mouse and also the person that edited the script, you guys. So like, keep in mind, there was a lot of impromptu here. There was a lot of the character brought in by these amazing creators we have in here. But the script manipulation is our very own Sheila Renee.
Hi, that's me. It was fun to write and rewrite and jumble everybody up and figure out who was related to who and everything. I'm pretty sure many are walking away going, I still don't know. But anyway, it was fun. And I am so thankful for each and every one of the cast members, all the effort and all of the costumes and the masks are just unbelievable. And everyone's individual input of everything that you put into making something virtual reality, almost, so real, and that's really all. And Tina, if you will allow, I can't wait to hug you in Vegas. I can't wait. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. And so the next person we have up, and when we talk about LJS, we're really talking, well, when it first started, now it's everybody, right? But the S started off being Scott Tabor Time, the Lion, the General. He was the original S, and then it kind of like, it's a plural, it's like 2 S's with Sheila and Scott. So the General, Scott Tabor Time, take it back.
Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. Danny, I can't with this mask.
Right.
Let me just real quick. The inside, I mean, the comfort level, this thing is just out of hand. But thank you all so much. I mean, for this being our 3rd production. We've actually done 4, but that was counting an encore that we had done. But our 3rd actual production, this grew in size dramatically. I also want to thank Jill and Leonard and Sheila for sure for stepping up and allowing me to act this time, because the last couple of times I've been very much behind the scenes just as the host. So Leonard had some things going on this time, so he switched roles with me. I was able to jump into an acting role. And Sheila, once again, you killed it with the script, and Jill, we would all be sunk without you. So
Yes,
listen,
Jill, we would all be
listen,
sunk without you,
Linda.
but let
Listen,
LeRoger
Linda.
know that Scott Tabor brought me into this. So
Yeah,
if
it's
I
my
was
fault.
awful or if I was
That's my
great,
fault. No, it's
You're amazing.
refer
my fault I
to
brought her in.
Scott Tabor. I'm so clearly I was the star of the show. I mean,
Clearly.
clearly. I mean,
Hey, hold on.
Dogberry Hill.
You are so
Dogberry Hill. I mean, it's fun. Guys, this is my time to talk. Stop talking.
No, it's not.
It's not. We still have to get through this.
They're gonna mute you in a second,
Jill.
just like we did last time. But it's out of love. It's
Listen,
muting out of love.
Do you guys see we have to put up with all these amazing characters, and when you have all this amazing energy and personalities, it's really. And so here's how we go into this next part. Imagine all these personalities and all this charisma, some of it, maybe not Marty, and so it's like wrangling cats. And so the person that's like the momager, she's the person like keeps it all. It's the glue that kind of keeps it all together. I mean, honestly, when I came up with the idea, I knew that I wouldn't be, because I can't have no follow through. I knew that I was going to have to have somebody that could do it, who's going to follow through with this kind of thing. And it's Jill, Delightful, or I don't know how Tina says it.
Delightful.
So Jill, take
He's
your
the
bow.
reason
Thank
this
you
all
so much.
happens.
You're amazing.
So
Get it.
we all need to
And
just
she's our director, lights and sound.
recognize the Jill.
The
Recognize
Jill. Okay, the Jill is talking. Thank you,
Jill
everybody.
Thank you, Delightful.
Good
Thank
luck
you,
getting them to
everybody.
shut up, Jill.
Thank you, Stacy.
Real.
Yes, thank you. And then, so our announcer and our host of the evening, and the one, yes, who is made this brainchild and thought of this type of event is the L in LJS, Leonard Burns 6.
Leonard.
Cheers. I love you guys.
Leonard.
I could never
flame.
imagined it would ever turn out to be anything like this. In a pipe dream, the three of us talked about raising money for a good cause. We never in a million years thought that we'd be flying to Nashville and donating $1,000 to spread the cheer last year.
Yeah.
And here we are doing it again. And I can't wait to see everybody that can make it to Vegas. And if you can't, I can't wait to see you in person someday. And thank you so much. You guys all killed it. You guys are all heroes to me.
Okay, so
before
Leonard,
just a moment, everybody. I need everybody. Just a moment. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Leonard,
I'm gonna
hug
mute.
it in.
Yes, everybody, make a hug real fast. But I need to
Hug it in, Leonard.
All right.
He's gonna mute.
Everybody's giving a
Guys,
give
let
a look.
Jill speak. Jill.
All right,
Go.
so listen, before I open it up for the Q&A, I did want to say something really fast. I want to say to the audience, thank you very much for your support for tonight's performance, and whether you bought a ticket or you won a ticket, for all those proceeds are going to a great cause, and thank you so much for that and for your participation. Thank you for hanging out with us through the mishaps and that you may not even notice. And congratulations to our audience member that correctly guessed the guilty person. And to the cast and crew of the Masquerade Mystery, thank you for all your time you had spent in rehearsals, all the content pushing out, taking all my direction. Thank you for this incredible night with your performance and work. You impacted the entire audience of people and helped in raising money for Spread the Cheer USA, where they will also be impacting families during the holidays. You made us laugh, you made us cry, maybe, and you made us think. You helped us escape our world and enter into the world of mystery and suspense, even if it was for a brief moment. I know it felt intimidating at first and probably wasn't easy, but who knows what kind of day you had before tonight. Maybe your job was stressing you out, or maybe a personal life was crumbling around you. But when the Zoom audience gates opened and you left all of that behind, you became the character, and they believed every second of it. You may never know what your performance did for some tonight. You may have inspired an audience member to want to join us for our next one. Auditions are always open. Some of you have families and friends here, and I know they couldn't be prouder of you. And maybe you felt that you didn't give 100%. There were things that didn't go as planned, or you may be doubting your talents right now, but maybe you're thinking that it was for and maybe you're even thinking that this is your last show, and I hope that is not the case. But remember, at the end of the day, you got in front of the camera in the first place, and you succeeded in doing everything that only a few can say that you've done. You performed, we clapped, we're ending the show, but sometimes applause is not simply enough, which is why I had to write this ahead of time, and why we may never forget tonight's performance. The best part is we're doing it again soon, and I love you guys.
Thank you, Jill. Oh my
Ew,
God.
I love you more. Are
Cheers.
you kidding me?
Bravo. I didn't know you had this going, girl.
Wait,
Oh
we're
my
doing this again
God.
soon?
I'm not
She
crying.
is
You're
the
crying.
heart. She's
All
the
right,
heart.
so-
Open it up.
Open it up. Let's go. Open
Let's
it up.
open it up.
Jill, make sure but the